Okay, welcome back to another video on my attempt to rise to 2400. This tournament, this game, sorry, I'm going to be doing 5+3. It seems to be the only game going at the moment. I'm not getting a lot of takers for this, my old time limit of 5+4. 5+3 is still okay though. And my opponents, I'm trying to keep them at 2100 or above really, so that I actually gain some points from beating them, not just like 1 or 2. Alright, here we go. Do I play knight c3 or not? I think I should play knight c3, the 4 knights. I'm going to try in this video to get to 2350. If I fail, then I failed. But I'm going to see what I can do. Knight d5 is interesting, and they've played a good move. Alright. H3, hoping that they do bishop takes knight, and that'll give me an easy move. No, bishop h5 has been chosen. Yeah, good option. Alright, pawn c3, stopping knight d4, which would attack our pinned f3 knight. So c3 can be quite useful. If knight takes e4, which is a move, then I can gambit with d4, and it's almost like a kind of reverse Marshall gambit or something. Right, gambit a central pawn and try to get a quick initiative in the center and against their king. Yeah, knight takes e4, so d4, quick counter. It's a very dangerous move naturally because they can take twice on d4 and I can't take with my knight. But I do have a few options. They've done the correct move, which I did research this line once. Rook e1. It's not very good though. It's I think it's a bit better for black. However, you need to play extremely accurately to do this. And bishop g6, I think might be a slight error. I'm not sure it's actually that meaningful, but I do get the bishop pair. It's always useful. Then bishop d5 to hit the knight, make the move. So knight to f6 is quite common. And then I win the pawn back on e5. So my gambit has essentially paid off. Black king is still having to sort of stay shut up in the center. If knight f6, I can actually take on e5, which is a good move. Bishop takes knight is also an interesting one. And bishop takes knight is quite nice because what happens is that my a pawn now is a potential passed pawn. They will probably have to take me. I'll do rook takes, pre-move. Rook takes check, king to f8 is basically forced. I can never see what to do after this. I think bishop g5 is meant to be quite good in these positions. If queen takes queen, rook takes a2, and then rook to d8 is mating them. Opposite coloured bishops, which I am aware can lead to a draw on occasion. Here, though, I'm not certain that they will have enough to draw this. Okay, good move. Queen e2 maybe? Not sure. Queen e2 is a good move. Yeah, queen b3 is an alternative. Maybe queen b3 is best. What happens with queen b3 is that they cannot take on a2 with their rook. So that means that my rook on a1 can now slide across to like e1 or d1, hitting their queen. Nearly trapping us, actually. Rook d8, yeah, good move, I think. And I'm going to set a trap, because I can't see what else to do. Bishop to f4. I don't think they're going to fall for it, somehow, but you never know. Rook e8 is the idea, with a check. But they've got their queen out of the way, so this does not work. Alright, rook a to e1 looks pretty reasonable. So I'm activating all my pieces, and they have not got a very good rook. Bishop to h2 could be good. Bishop g5 looks a little bit too much. Yeah, let's just play it carefully. Bishop to g3. I could potentially sack the exchange, but I don't need to do that here. c4 will kick their knight away. If they go b5, then maybe I can go a4 or play c4 now and then have a nice passer. They've done h6, so that is designed potentially to get their king to h7, connecting their rooks. I'm going to try and avoid them being able to do it. So they're going to come back to say f6 with their knight. I don't see where else they go. Now quickly, rook to the 7th, rook e7. If they take with their queen, I think I have a very, very nice position here. My queen for 2 rooks, I think, is dominating, because that h rook is rubbish. I can also take on c7 with the bishop. Yeah, queen d3 makes perfect sense. Now, where to go next? Queen takes queen. If they do rook takes, I don't know. Yeah, queen takes queen is just the simple move. They took the bishop, naturally. Now bishop takes c7, looks good. They do something or other. Doesn't really matter too much. I think I can take on b6 minimum. So rook to a8, like bishop takes b6, rook takes a2, and I must be ahead here. Yeah, take c4, perfect. Bishop c5 looks good. A6, sorry, a3 is good, I think. I don't know. Bishop c5, hoping they've pre-moved, taking on a2 for some reason. Yeah, naturally king g8. Alright, a3, just hold everything together. Let's move knight d5. I can trade everything if I want to, but I'm not sure I do. Maybe rook b7 is good. Yeah, tricky. King h7, wow, just giving... oh no, they're not giving me the pawn, I have to be careful there. I thought I could take on f7 for a second, but no, their bishop is guarding it. So, therefore, I should play knight to e5, attack 3 things at once in a massive fork, both their pawns on c6 and f7, and also their bishops. They've gone bishop e6. I think trading will be good here. Sort of Dolmatov rule, try and trade minor pieces when I'm ahead. But they won't do it. They've for some reason let me have the rook. So I'm fairly happy with that. Bishop d4, I think, next move. Oh, I thought that, yeah, I thought they'd taken me. Oh dear. And this looks pretty much over. I have enough time that I'm not completely lost. They want to do a rematch. I gained 4 points from that, so I think I can afford to do one rematch. And try a sort of Nimzovich system with knight c6. Knight f3, e6, I think. It's pretty solid, and then I can go into a French if they go d4, which they've done. So if e5, the idea is to play a quick f6, and then when they take you, which is, it's not forced, but it's generally what white does, then I quickly develop the knights, and I have a weak e-pawn, but I have general sort of development, which is not terrible here, not awful. Now bishop d3 I haven't seen before. I think I can get away with taking, because queen h5 is not playable. Now I have to take the knight. If I take that pawn, I'm dead meat. I have to worry about queen h5. Let's just play simple, g6. This stops queen h5 from working. There's no other mate threats, so this means that I can quickly get the fianchetto going. Queen e2 makes a good case for being a nice move. Knight to e7, and the plan is to castle on the king side. Both of us will have castle kings on the king side. That usually means that in these kind of positions, a huge attack on the king side won't work. Could be wrong, but this seems to be solidifying myself. And queenside play is more valuable. c4 I did not expect. I was going to go c5, but maybe I can do it anyway. Try and gain some space. If they take me, taking with the knight is interesting, but I am going to take with the pawn. Give them a passer. Luckily, I haven't had to make that choice. d4 looks okay here, but oh, they're knight e4. Pawn takes is no good, is it? Because they can take with their bishop and they're much better. Alright, I have to potentially allow them to capture on d5, which I think they will do, and then play bishop c6. I'm pretty much doing bishop c6 no matter what in the next move or so. Yeah, and pawn takes needs to be done to stop them putting their knight on e4, getting a monstrous knight. e6 anyway. Well, not much else to do. Bishop c6. What next? What will they do? I don't think f5 is quite working here. I'm struggling to see why, and they're playing it. Alright, f5. So if I do pawn takes, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but I don't see what's wrong about this. Pawn takes. Oh, bishop g5. I mean, I thought this was okay for me. I'm going to kick them. Sort of make them run away and hopefully have something. They took me. Wow. They oh, okay. I thought I could play queen b6 check. Bishop e3 is the move. Oh, actually, no, I can, can't I? I can go queen b6 and then a very quick d4. There we go. I'm attacking three pieces simultaneously. This is looking quite nice now. So I have to be a little bit careful, but I think I've got a very, very strong position. They somewhat overpressed there. They didn't need to play that like f5 move and e6 and all that stuff yet. I don't think I can do much else. Let's do king here. That's my only move. Now a little bit nervous I've miscalculated, but I think I'm okay. It's like rook takes f8, I take with the rook. Rook f7, I can probably take it, but I could also take that bishop. Actually, rook f7, rook takes f7, queen takes. And then I might get mated, actually, and it's not all get a draw. Bishop f2. Can I do rook takes bishop? That might be an easy way of playing. There's no reason for me to overly complicate the position. Rook takes, they take with their rook, and then I take their knight. Keeping it simple. Yeah, okay. Queen check. I have to go king here. Now I know I have a draw, if nothing else, but yeah, they're gonna. I mean, queen h5, and I could just keep coming back, but they're taking me. It makes sense. All right, let's try and promote a pawn. Keep capturing them. All right, they played rook b1. I need to spend a moment thinking about this. What do I do here? Queen takes rook is quite funny. Actually, no. Actually, what am I thinking about? There's rook to f8, I think. Yeah, rook to f8. Puts them under tons of pressure. Queen h4, then yeah, queen h4, king g8. They can do rook takes pawn. I'm wondering if I can sack. Oh, I'm pinned. Oh, silly of me. I thought I could sack my queen. They take with their rook and a bishop d4 check, and I'm winning. But of course they have the fact that their queen is lined up with my king. So I'm going to have to analyze this. No, queen h4 check. King back over. Now rook 1 takes b2 might not work so well because I can take them. So that check has actually helped me. e7, wow, okay. Can I just take the rook with the queen? Don't see what's wrong with it. Takes. Right, now as long as I don't totally blunder, let's go king to f7 to avoid any nasty tactics. And the idea is just to play c3, c2, pretty much. I may not be the best tactical player there is, but I think I should win this. Yeah, they resigned. Good. Fantastic. Alright, so 2340 is my current rating. So just another 10 points and I'll be at the halfway mark to 2400. I think I did start these videos when I was around 2305 or somewhere around there. So I'm, yeah, about halfway if I get to 2350. And hopefully I get somebody to play sooner or later. There's apparently, what, 57,500 players and only 24,000 at the highest games in progress. So that means that there's still about, what, 10,000 people who don't have a game? You'd think that at least a few in 10,000 would have a rating of above like 2100. So, yeah, that game was a bit strange. I'm not sure I played it right. Then again, my opening is a bit bizarre. I don't usually play those openings, so I don't know the ideas as well. But I'm trying to discover them by playing Blitz. Okay, I'll leave it another 10 seconds or so. Then I'll look on the sort of lobby to see if there's anybody who's sent out a challenge that is close enough to this time control that I can play it. Alright, doesn't seem to be a match out there. Let's have a look. Yeah, there's only 3-minute games. It's a bit too quick for me. It's a 5+5, but that is just about a rapid play game, and also it's casual, so it won't even count towards ratings. So 5+3 is not looking good. I'm surprised there's nobody out there who's wanting a game between that, because there seem to be, well, there's only like a few dozen people who've actually sent out challenges. Let's see, can I create a game? 5+4. There we go. Let's see if I get any takers. So I'm the highest rated person who sent out a challenge, but there are a bunch of players who do fall into the rating range who could accept. Ideally, the 2212 who's sent out a ultra bullet request, he might choose to do a rapid play instead, or a blitz game. I mean instead. Here we go. Right, okay. Alright, I'll play this person once. I won't do a rematch because their rating is too low, to be honest. And they're playing F3. What in the world are they doing? They're trying to do the Fred. No, okay, they're doing something halfway decent. Very bizarre. D4 stuff. Alright, let's accept the challenge. Queen takes knight c6 is the idea. No, e5. Okay, what does that do? Apart from attacking my knight. Seems very odd. Queen e7. What do they do here? Queen takes d4? But then knight c6? I don't really get where they're coming from here. Pawn f4 is a move, but no, they've played queen takes, so knight c6. Knight c3, okay, thank you for the queen. Alright, I don't understand at all what's happening. I don't know, bishop c5, just everything seems to win. Knight e2, what on earth are they doing? Knight takes knight. Okay, king e1, there must be a mate here somewhere. I don't know, just take stuff. Knight takes c3. Bishop e3, they're just playing ridiculous. Okay, check. And, oh, thought I was mating them. A mouse slip. Meant to go queen e2. Alright, okay. I'll make them next move. I'll make them now. And they resigned. Okay, that was absolutely ridiculous. Alright, well that's a fun way to end the video anyway. There don't seem to be many players at the moment, so I'm going to have to end it here. 2342 though is not a bad rating to have, and in the next video I expect I will get to 2350, assuming I win the games. Alright, thanks for watching, and see you next time. Bye.